Hello and welcome to the next video of my LEC Winter 2023 preview series. We're going to cover Mad Lions. So Mad Lions have swapped out a couple players from last split, the team that didn't get out of play-ins once again. Last year the team went 20-16 overall, never won a best of 5. Mac is the coach. He's been the coach the last 3 years, going 65-43. So a good domestic coach that at international events has had mixed results. So, in is Chasey. Chasey comes from ERLs. He is a Korean import. Excuse me. Armit has went to Dignitas. And bot lane, Unforgiven has been allowed to leave. Unforgiven, frankly, has been wronged by this team, in my opinion, and the LEC as a whole, because right now he is on 100 Thieves Academy and going to waste away for at least spring. Karzi's been brought in from Vitality. I would say that's a downgrade. Support. Kaiser went to Vitality. It was pretty much Kaiser for Karzi, I think. And Hilly's been brought in from Fnatic, the long-time support. So, excuse me. This team is definitely sus, like a lot of the LEC teams. Everybody has a massive question mark. Mad Lions, more so than I would say G2, Fnatic, Koi. But Mad Lions are in that second tier of teams that I think just, we'll see what happens if Chasey can pan out. And, what version of Karzi do we get remains to be seen. This team's going to be 22.8 years old going into the split. Chasey, at 21 years old, did okay in ERLs. 4.2 KDA, 8.4 CS per minute, 61.6 KP. I would say that those are solid to good numbers. Getting a promotion to a top team, I don't think he's an upgrade over Armit. But who knows? 581 damage per minute, 22.8 damage share, 22 gold share, 4 solo kills in 18 games played, 12 champions, so a champion Ocean up in top lane. Excuse me again. Nar and GP are his most played. So we'll see what Chasey does. I think the top lane in the LEC is a little, it's just whatever. I don't think that there are like dominant top laners anymore. I think that they can all do a little bit of everything. On the weak side, Odo, Wonder, Broken Blade can play some finesse, but at the same time can play anything. So Mad Lions are kind of just in a position where I think top lane's kind of just going to be, whatever. Jungle, Elyoya, I would consider Elyoya to be possibly the second best Western jungler behind Inspired. At 22 years old, Elyoya put up a 4.6 KDA, 5.5 CS per minute, 72.3 KP. On a team like Mad Lions, he did very well alongside Niski in summer. Really stepped it up in a meta that didn't fit him, but yet succeeded in it. Doing very well, obviously, domestically and being able to go to Worlds. 288 damage per minute, 14.4 damage share, 18.3 gold share, no solo kills, 6 champions, 18 games. You'd like him to play more. Wukong and Trundle were the most notable champions that he played. He didn't play a lot of champions, but he played them all similar amounts, so I'm not going to write all 6 down. Like I said when I started, though, talking about Elyoya, I do think he's very, very talented and is the bright spot of this team and has a lot to do with their success when they have it. In mid lane, Niski, the LEC MVP from summer, if I recall, 24 years old, 4.3 KDA, 8.3 CS per minute, 74.6 KP. Obviously, he gave up a lot of farm in mid lane, which caused his numbers to drop to participate, roam, make things happen. He was definitely one of the most notable roamers of this past split. Like, he was very, very active in summer. 3 out of every 4 kills, he had his fingerprints on there in some way, shape, or form. 513 damage per minute, 24.8 damage share, 21.6 gold share, 4 solo kills in 18 games, 8 champions played. Talia, Silas, and Lysandra being his most played. Actually, thinking about this team reminds me a lot of Fnatic, and I'll get into that when we're done, like a poor man's Fnatic almost. Karzi, at 20 years old, was placed on Senna duty with Vitality, and I called for that, and it happened. 3.2 KDA, 7.9 CS per minute, 67.5 KP, 685 damage per minute, 30.2 damage share, so he did not shy away from getting into the scraps. 22.6 gold share, 1 solo kill, 19 games played, 7 champions. Senna was his most played, and that is why his numbers suck. Zeri and Ezreal, but let's be real, his numbers are not good regardless. I'm not a big Carzy fan. At 20 years old, there's still room for development, but I really felt that bot lane was a real eyesore on Vitality last year, and Carzy had a lot to do with that. Support Hylissang at 27 years old. He is one of the oldest players in LOL Esports in the 4 major regions. Really inted his face off. He is coin flip at this point in his career, like literally at the start of the day. If you're a Mad Lions fan, flip a coin, heads, he'll be fine, tails, he'll int, and literally, that's what you're getting. 2.4 KDA, 65.7 KP, 2.73 vision score per minute, would clear over 1 ward every 3 minutes, 9 champions, 19 games. Renata and Nautilus being the only 2 champions he played more than twice. So a wide champion pool at his age, you would expect that, but an intern nonetheless. Now, I'm going to get into why I think that this team's a poor man's Fnatic, if you can even say that this year. It might be closer to Fnatic than I'm giving that Mad Lions credit for. The carry is Elyoya, right? And that's kind of weird, like the jungler being the carry is not as good as what, this is why it's a poor man's Fnatic. With Fnatic, you have Humanoid, and I identify Humanoid as the carry of Fnatic. Wonder plays weak side now. I do not rely on Wonder to carry. Razork, I don't think has it in him to carry. Reckless, I don't think is a carry anymore. More of a utility player. You think of Deft this past split. He was not a carry. He actually struggled at times in summer. Struggled at times throughout playoffs. But at Worlds, he performed at the level where he needed to perform at. And they win. But it had a lot to do with Zeka. And a lot to do with Beryl. And you think of Fnatic. And I think that Reckless is in that position. So, when you look at Mad Lions in Fnatic, Fnatic's carry is Humanoid, which I would much prefer my carry to be a mid laner than a jungler. That is definitely true. I think that a mid laner has a little bit more agency to actually win games. Like junglers can 1v9, but I think I would prefer my 1v9 player to be a mid laner. So with this team, it's Elyoya. And then you look at it, Niski's a facilitator. I don't know what Chasey is. These numbers do not scream carry to me, but maybe, I don't know. But Niski does not have it in him to carry anymore. I don't think that that's the case. That's why he succeeded so well in summer as a roamer. Like maybe he carries via that as a facilitator, but at the same time, this bot lane is going to be, this bot lane is like so toxic when it comes to like how much this bot lane might end. It is scary. Niski is going to have to constantly go bot lane to save it and bail it out. I really do not have any faith in this bot lane. So, yeah, like this is like a situation where it's Elyoya has to carry and hopefully Chasey pans out, and I don't know. This team's not that good. So comment down below with your opinions. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord. Become a YouTube member. And thank you for watching.